At around 7:18 p.m. on the 26th of December 2022, a Georgia State Patrol trooper tried to pull over a black Kawasaki motorcycle for a broken taillight and a suspended license. But the rider made it clear he had no intention of stopping.
Hey, thanks for it.
It's there out 25, coming up the Burton Road. It's gonna be a black motorcycle. I believe it's Georgia. X-ray, he's taking off on 1080. X-ray Tom Sam 8911.
As the suspect swerved through traffic, endangering everyone around him, no one could have predicted how suddenly and how shockingly the chase would end.
1050 ring, he just ran in the back of a car.
Over 140. 84, 1050. Description is a 4-door gray Jeep Wrangler.
As backup officers and concerned civilians rushed to help the injured biker, the trooper tried to keep him conscious by talking to him and monitoring his breathing.
Go get your car. Okay. You got everything?
Yeah, 1106. Attention quick.
You awake? Can you hear me?
Clear 2019 20.
He's still awake. He's moving. Can you hear me?
But soon, a grim reality begins to sink in, and the trooper desperately fights to change the outcome.
Hey, buddy. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Parking lot with a Acura TL, Georgia, Tango Echo Paul 0972, TEP 0972, Georgia.
But despite the trooper's efforts, he is unable to save the suspect. The suspect was later identified as 48-year-old Stephen Wilson. Shockingly, Wilson had multiple outstanding warrants across several counties, including probation violations, contempt of court, and most notably, he had escaped prison and been on the run from the U.S. Marshals for 6 months. On the 4th of September 2023, Trooper Brandon Truin of the Arkansas State Police attempted to pull over a gray sedan, but instead, the driver took off, kicking off a very short and brutal pursuit.
It took a gray passenger car that was running at a high rate of speed.
As the trooper sped up to catch the fleeing vehicle, he accidentally struck a motorcyclist who was trying to move aside to let him pass.
The ambulance and power one stop have involved in the MVA. There's a motorcycle involved.
The biker was later identified as 63-year-old Michael Owens, who tragically lost his life in the crash. Trooper Truin sustained only minor injuries and was released from the hospital the following day. On the 13th of October 2022, Arkansas State Police Trooper Joseph Killian attempted to stop a black Kawasaki ZXJ motorcycle with no license plate. But it quickly became clear that the rider had no intention of pulling over.
Go ahead and show me 1037.
As the suspect hit the throttle and blew through red lights, the trooper stayed tight on his tail, weaving through traffic and relaying real-time updates over the radio to coordinate with backup.
Avenue and Emerson Street. Speed 71, still northbound. Broadway, West 16th, northbound, speeds 80.
As the chase wore on, the trooper's cruiser closed the gap several times, but the suspect stayed defiant, darting through lanes like he had nothing left to lose.
Speed above 111.
Looks like a black male, green backpack, black helmet.
Copy, coming out of on leaving.
Just as the trooper was about to corner the suspect, everything changed in an instant. What followed was so sudden and so shocking that it left everyone in disbelief.
We're westbound, coming up on Allen Street.
Westbound on Allen.
10-4, Allen and Chandler. We're taking Chandler Street right now. He's on foot. He crashed out.
Get on the ground! I'll shoot you! I'll shoot you! He's on fire! He's on fire! Get a extinguisher! Extinguisher! He's on fire! Put your hands behind your back!
The suspect was later identified as Christopher Gaylor. During the attempted escape, a second trooper, Austin Duncan, deployed his taser twice. On the second shot, sparks ignited a fire that set Gaylor ablaze. At the hospital, Gaylor's father revealed that he had been carrying a jug of gasoline in his backpack, which caught fire when the taser hit. Christopher Gaylor eventually recovered from his burns. He was sentenced to 7 years of probation, but tragically, he died in a car crash just a year later. On the 23rd of August 2024 at around 9:30 p.m., an Arkansas state trooper spotted two motorcycles and a Dodge Charger racing off from a stoplight on Highway 112. One of the motorcycles was missing a working headlight, had no visible license plate, and was flashing its emergency lights.
It's a motorcycle. No 28.
A few minutes into the high-speed chase, the biker hits a dead end on a county road and quickly turns back. That's when the trooper makes his move.
He's headed back to me. He just hit me.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Turn around. Turn around. Turn around.
Okay. I'm not resisting, I promise, please. I'm playing I gotta play in my back.
I don't give a shit. Shut up!
Okay,
Just keep your mouth shut, okay? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I don't care what you're doing.
I know
You
I
can't
got a
race.
license, that's why.
I don't care.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
Died, man. I wish I would have. Right
No,
now,
you
brother.
don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you
brother.
don't. Jesus loves you, man.
Nah, exactly. I'd rather
Hey.
be love you too, man.
Hey,
Love yourself.
just shut up.
Don't tell me to shut up, man.
I know.
As the suspect panics, unraveling in fear, the troopers and officers on the scene scramble to assess the situation. That's when they make a startling discovery.
Please, I don't care about that.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Is that your gun?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Was it registered to you?
It's not registered because I bought it used and I hadn't registered yet.
The suspect was later identified as 19-year-old Tucker Collins. He suffered only a minor shoulder injury from the crash. This suspect thought he could outrun the Arkansas State Police on a motorcycle, but he was in for a rude awakening. On the 1st of April 2024, 30-year-old Blake McDaniel was spotted speeding well above the limit on US Highway 167. Deputy Brian Hightower attempted to pull him over, but McDaniel took off instead. What followed was a dramatic standoff, as officers tried to box him in, leading to an impressive maneuver from the biker.
Operation's doing good right now, Sheriff. I got B-42 behind me. B-42 going in past me. Radio Tower Road, you're cut off. Y'all terminate at that road. Dispatch, we just passed Radio Tower Road. 40, turn that board up behind the bike. 40 degrees trying to block it. Okay, whoever's going, go. I need one of those 3 units to cancel, because we're not going to leave the county uncovered.
As the suspect miraculously stays on the bike, the pursuit continues. Determined to stop him, the cop tries to push the suspect off-road once again, but no luck this time either.
42 correct. 32, you coming back to county? 101, we've been advised to terminate. Okay.
However, third time's the charm, and the next attempt to stop the biker would be his last.
B-43 is still off with it. I'm trying to get back up with him, sir.
Say units if you're back on the road at that point Concord terminal.
Do you have a tag on it? It doesn't have a tag, sir. Alright, if you're in Cleveland County, cancel, because that school's fixing to get out. It's not worth it.
B-43, 1022.
He wrecked out.
Okay, he just wrecked out. We're going to be here at Cooper Road.
McDaniel was cleared of major injuries at a local medical center before being taken to jail. But as wild as that was, the next suspect made one reckless decision that landed him with 12 charges. It all started with a Massachusetts state trooper on patrol. Spotted a biker riding erratically on an interstate. The bike was missing a plate, so the trooper followed quietly, holding back his emergency lights, waiting for the perfect moment to make a move.
I'll make the flip at 129, that's you. Station IQ, advise 15 Alpha, I'm going to be late for roll call for the fireworks.
That's right, so what's the picture of
Thankfully, the officer was not harmed. But the incident didn't end there. 2 days later, the biker was identified as 19-year-old Colin James Webb. He was arrested and now faces a whopping 12 charges, including assault and battery on a police officer, assault with a dangerous weapon, and speeding. You are about to see what's arguably the most iconic bike pursuit ever caught on helmet cam, a heart-pounding chase through narrow Brazilian streets that took place in 2017. Unfortunately, there's not much information about why the officer was so desperate to catch the purr, but we do know the officer was part of ROCAM. And ROCAM is a motorcycle unit of the Sao Paulo military police in Brazil, often sent after suspects in serious crimes. Regular police would struggle with congested streets and narrow alleys and lose the suspect in no time, but ROCAM never. The perp seems to start picking up on the fact that it's not going to be easy to shake this tail off. So, he starts using progressively more impressive and dangerous tricks. The suspect thinks he's lost the cop as he ducks into a narrow alley, but what he doesn't know is that ROCAM officers are trained on high-speed maneuvers every 15 days. Escaping? Not so fast. This chase is far from over. As the chase pushes dangerously close to an innocent bystander, a question lingers. Is catching this guy really worth the risk? Would it be smarter to call it off and protect the public? The ROCAM officer could end the pursuit at any moment if the danger to civilians becomes too great. But one thing's clear, he's not backing down now. The suspect almost lost control of his bike on a sharp turn, his arm grazing a parked car as he fought to regain balance. He managed to keep going, but it's obvious he's starting to panic, aimlessly circling the streets, unsure of where to take the officer next. But just because he's losing his composure doesn't mean he's out of tricks yet. This pursuit was spectacularly popular and full of unexpected twists. But the most surprising part was how it ended. Whether he ran out of gas or his bike broke down after riding up a set of stairs, the suspect simply stopped in his tracks, allowing the cop to finally arrest him.
É bode o bagulho?